Alright, tube. Back at you. Got my welds grinded down for the most part. About to get ready to mix up some fiberglass filler, some of that kitty hair stuff, and essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of smooth it in on every panel. Just kind of smooth it in, make sure it's going to be at least waterproof, watertight around everything, and then I'll come back over. That'll also give us some strength, but then I'll come back over the whole panel with some regular light filler just to even it all out, make sure that it's all straight before I finish everything up on this side, and then it's to this side. So just stay tuned and I'll get back with y'all. Alright, tube. As the sun is going down, another day, about 45 minutes outside, maybe an hour outside. Got the welds all grounded down, and then I used just some like fiberglass filler, and essentially I piled it on so I can make sure it gets in any like imperfections or whatever. Also, it's going to make it real hard as well as waterproof before I put my thin layer of feather filler over the whole thing before I get ready for priming. So pretty much I went from this to this, and what I also did was with my angle grinder, I grinded the whole panel down so I know I have something for it to bite to. So, you know, this is just the first part. I'm gonna let it set up and come back and hit it with 36 grit tomorrow. Actually, on the angle grinder, I'm gonna hit it with the 36 grit, knock down all the high spots, and then I'm gonna come back over it. If I need to fill a little bit more with the fiberglass filler, I will. If not, then I'll go get ready to prep it for the feather filler, and then I'll do the whole thing with feather filler. But again, it'll be one shaved piece right down in there, and then I'll get started on that one. What up, tube? Come back at you. Just got finished knocking it down with the 36 grit on the angle grinder. As you can see, I'm gonna say about 80 to 85%. I may even probably say even more is not used. I pretty much knocked the majority of it down. A lot of the high spots, all the stuff that I really don't need. I didn't really need any of the Bondo glass like right in here. I just kind of wanted to get it up in here, kind of smooth that out. My main concern was like these edges here. So everything around it pretty much got knocked down with the angle grinder. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back with with 80 grit on a block, and I'm going to fine tune that stuff before I do my final feather and block with the feather filler. So that's just kind of how it looked. Pretty. All right, what up, tube? Come back at you. Got the driver's side panel. I got that all welded up. I'm gonna get ready to dress down the welds. Do pretty much the same thing over here. Take my fiberglass filler, fill the outsides and everything, and then I'm sand that all down. And then there's a hole right here, and I'm gonna run those wires back through. And then I'm gonna fill that hole, and then I'm pretty much fill that whole side with Bondo, and then I'm gonna just sand it all the way down straight, nice and smooth. Like I said, about anywhere between 85 to 95% of that Bondo gonna be coming off. There's still some other little holes and stuff that I wanna shave as well, like these little holes here. I'm not sure what goes on that, but I'm filling that anyway. So the whole firewall will be shaved clean. So today's goal is to get the welds dressed down here, get that filled, get those little holes filled right there, and then get ready to drop some Bondo over the whole thing and sand it out smooth. So yeah, just stay tuned. Trying to get some work done. I'll holla at y'all, man. Alright, tube. Put it back in the dungeon. As you can see, I got this all welded in. I got the fiberglass filler over top, sanded that down as much as I could. I'll probably go back over it again. And then once I get some more of that fiberglass filler off that I don't need, then I'm gonna just go hit it with a hit the whole firewall with a skim coat of the feather filler. And then once I finish hitting it with the feather filler, I could epoxy prime it, high build prime it, and then get ready for the polyester primer. Then before I even hit that with the polyester primer though, I'm gonna get the doors done. I'm gonna get the fenders done, or the quarters done. And one of the fenders I still gotta do a little surgery on, but the other fender should be okay, the passenger fender. So I'll get that ready to rock and roll, and then whatever else I need to get done, I'll get done. So yeah, just stay tuned, man. I'll get up with y'all.